Welcome to this note-taking activity. The title of this mini lecture is the 4 types of note formats. So what I'm going to do is outline 4 different types of note-taking formats, identify the characteristics of each, as well as the advantages of each. The first one is linear notes. Linear notes are also known as sequential notes. This is the most common layout that students use, and just as the name describes, it's just notes that are written in a linear fashion, very conventionally. So the advantages of this type of note format, well, it is conventional and it's similar to other writings that a student will do, such as essays, reports, and so on. It does organize material effectively. As the material comes from the lecture, that's how it'll be organized. It's a neat format, and it's also done chronologically, so it will reflect the arguments and points in the order that they were made. The second type of notes is pattern notes. This type is also known as mind mapping, so it uses images, colors, symbols, and arrows, and it's a very helpful technique used for brainstorming as well. So the advantages of this type of note, well, it shows relationships between different concepts. It gives like the bigger picture. The use of images and colors will stimulate the mind and also aid in memory. There's a limited use of words, so the page will not be cluttered, and it makes revision easier and helps to aid in recall. The third type is called column notes. So, Cornell is a type of column note. It groups information according to the type of information that it is, and the number of columns used will depend upon the information. For example, in the Cornell note, we simply have a Q column and a note-taking column, but there can be more. The advantages of this kind of note is that it separates notes from class from your own comments, if need be. It separates key points from the details. It shows a high level of organization, and it definitely distinguishes the key points that you will be using in your revision of the material. And the fourth type of note is called tabular notes. So, in other words, constructing a table to insert your notes into. And the characteristics of this one is that there are fixed headings into which the relevant information will be placed. Another thing is that you need to know ahead of time what the headings should be in order to use this note properly. The advantages of this is it keeps the notes brief without sacrificing clarity. It's also useful for categorizing material. And finally, it's a useful revision aid, so another good way of organizing material for study purposes. And those are the 4 types of note formats that you will need to be included in this mini lecture. Thank you.